A cancer warrior is someone who has battled any type of cancer at any time. The battle could have been like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, or currently. Now, some warriors have beaten cancer, while others have put up a valiant battle. A cancer warrior has looked this disease in the face and fought, whether it be for themselves or alongside somebody else. Hi, this is Clarity Coach Lucy, and this is Tuesday Talks at 3. Welcome to Your Health, Your Wealth October. Dave Pelzer, who is an American author, and he wrote the book A Child Called It. It's a book about trauma. He said, you can be a victim of cancer or a survivor of cancer. It is a mindset. Well, my guest today is a cancer survivor, and her name is Linda Liavule. She is young at heart. She's a mother of a 17-year-old, and she's currently maneuvering the muddy waters of unemployment. We've all been there. She's a good cook. I actually think she most probably is a great cook, but she wrote this bio, not me. So she's a good cook, and she dabbles in crochet and is currently writing her first book in regards to her cancer experience. So Linda is here to share part of that experience, and we will be able to be left with some 3 helpful tips from Linda. Well, welcome, Linda. I welcome you to the screen. And Linda, thank you so much for taking time to be with us here today. There she is. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Really lovely to see you there, looking so radiant. Linda, you are a cancer survivor, and we celebrate you today. Now, how did you manage your emotions on this journey, Linda?
Okay. First of all, after my diagnosis, I'll start from after my diagnosis, and then we can go back to what I was feeling before. After my diagnosis, I looked at myself and I said, you know what? I'm going to go through this thing. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm going to go through this. And the first thing I will do is make sure that I make it an experience that when I'm gone, or if I'm still alive, I'll still look back and say, that wasn't so bad. So there's the fear that people have once they're diagnosed, that it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world only if you're not in it. But if you're still alive, that fear shouldn't hold you back from living a full life. Even when you sick, or no matter what you're going through, and that's my policy in life. My philosophy is, this is one life you have. Fear should not keep you from living to the fullest. It reminded me of this is reminding me of when I had treatment. There was a lady, she was probably in her late 30s, and she had 3 children. Her first daughter was already married. She was a doctor. Her second daughter was a lawyer. And then she had a son who was just getting into university. And she had come to India with her husband. And somebody knocked on my door. I was in hospital at the time. So somebody knocked on my door. I was waiting to do my surgery. No, it was after my surgery. It was after my surgery. So, and this man walks in, a big man, you know, very tall, dark, and he's like, oh, are you Kenyan? I say, yeah, I'm Kenyan, because we're in India at the time. And he says, you know, I need to talk to you about something. And I'm like, what does this man want to talk to me about? So he says, my wife is 2 doors away from you. And your sister, I was in India with my sister, God bless her soul. She's a wonderful human being. So anyway, my sister told him to come and talk to me about what I've been through, because I just had my mastectomy. And he tells me, please come and talk to my wife because she's saying she now wants to go back home. She doesn't want to do the surgery. So I said, let me see what this is all about. I like talking to people, so I'm gonna be like, yeah, sure, let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Her room was dark, and this was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon in India. It's dark. She's covered herself up in a blanket in bed. So I say, hey mama, how you doing? And she's not even like responding. So I look around and the husband tells me the story. These are their kids. There's photos everywhere of the kids and, the wedding, the grandchild and everything. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't really, what's the word? That you don't want to just make up stuff. So you're like, okay, this looks like somebody who has a good life. Her kids are doing well. She has a good. So I said to her, listen, mama, you have 2 breasts. You have breastfed 3 children.
Yes.
Husband here. Are you looking to have more kids? No. You have a husband so much that is willing to have a mastectomy so you can live longer. And that's the main goal. He wants you with him no matter what.
Yeah.
Because he's basically looking at her life thinking, I'm not gonna be open enough to my husband after I have and have a double mastectomy, so it's both breasts.
Yeah.
And I showed her my operation. I said, look, if you're wearing a bra, nobody can tell. Only the two, you and your husband will know if you don't want anybody else to know. And she looked at me and she was like, how did you just do it? I said, I had a doctor. I can't remember her name, and that's a very bad thing because she was like, Linda, I'm sending you to an oncologist.
Yes.
The oncologist says, that breast off. Take it off. Listen to that advice.
Yeah.
Take it off. And the doctor said it, my mind was made up. I said, I'm taking it off. So that keeps us wondering, should I not? And meanwhile, the time is going. Meanwhile, there was even another lady from Nigeria. She went back home for 6 months. And by the time it was lung cancer, it was in her kidneys. So all this
had spread.
All they said they could do for her was keep her comfortable. And that was it. So this fear really cripples us because we think it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's only the end of the world if you're not in it. And you have a long life to live with or without cancer.
Yeah. The fear is real, Linda. The fear of life as we knew it coming to an end. And we were talking about this before. It's that identity that we have, and we're afraid of change. And will my spouse still look at me the same way? I am no longer a woman by definition because I do not have my breasts. These are real issues. And thank you for sharing that very candid story, because that's did she get her mastectomy?
Yes, she did. She did. When I was just going in for her surgery.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. It'll be interesting to hear her story today. Once she did that, what happened? Did anything open up? Did she see the possibilities? Is she in a place of just accepting who she is and a better person? Be lovely to hear that story, but thank you for sharing it. And you did mention that the other lady went away for 6 months and came back and just had more to deal with now, as it had gone to the entire ends of her body. Is that true?
Yes, and sadly she passed away. She passed away 3 months after.
Yeah. Time is of the essence, guys. If there's one thing that we must do is we speak up about our situation. We start to work through our mindset. Fear is real and fear happens in every situation. In this case, fear is an emotion, and we need to be able to deal with this emotion and get help to deal with this emotion. I am not one to speak, but Linda is a survivor here, so we can trust what it is she's saying. But speaking of emotions, Linda, how about caregivers? What is their experience? And as you answer that question, I just wanted to acknowledge we've got Seth. Seth is watching from Kigali. Hi, Seth. Good to see you. You say, cancer is a monster and has robbed me of many friends. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Seth. You say it's a good topic. Yes, indeed, it is a good topic. Let's be aware of what we have out there. Joyce Owaga, hello, Joyce. Joyce is all the way in the States, yeah. And she says, cancer, it's not a death sentence. Indeed, it's not a death sentence. Oh, look at that, Linda. She says she can't wait for your book. She can't wait for your book. So definitely. Well, there we have Linda, who's a survivor of cancer, and she says it's not the end of the world and it should not hold you back. Definitely, it should not hold you back, although the real situation on the ground is that you live with this fear. So as we continue with our session today, I would just like to know what type of cancer you had. I know you talked about mastectomy, but I don't want to assume. What type of cancer did you have, Linda?
I had a stage 2 breast cancer on my right side of the breast, and
Yeah.
how I discovered it, it was like I had a dent on my nipple.
Yeah.
Position, right? Position was here, just turned in a little bit on the end here. So I took a picture and sent it to my sisters. I have many sisters who guide me all the time.
Yeah.
I took a picture and sent it to, and one of my sisters is a nurse, but
Yeah.
said, because I have 4 sisters, 3 of them said, Linda, go get checked.
Yeah.
And the good thing about my job at the time, I had good insurance. And being that I'm not a very sickly person, the only thing that I used to use that insurance for most of the time was a full body checkup.
Yeah.
Usually I would go for a full body checkup. So when this time came around, actually, because my sister told me like in March, and I went to check in July. I went for the checkup in July because that's when I had usually scheduled it. So
Yeah.
I want a mastectomy. I want the what is it called, the one everything, all that blood work, everything, and then the doctor told me there's something on your right breast. Just let's go. Fine needle aspiration.
Yeah.
Is not funny. Anyway, anything about cancer is crazy, but fine needle aspiration is they take a small needle. Usually they have local anesthesia. So they take a little needle and take which part of the meat, flesh inside your body. They try to get the area where they feel is cancerous. So they go and do tests to it. So when they did that, they found that yes, it was cancerous. But it was the reason why it was going in was it was very close to my rib cage. So it was there. So you couldn't feel a lump.
Yeah.
But that's why it was taking, because the cells were dying. It was taking the fatty cells from my breast.
Nipple area, yeah.
So when who was that? Her name now is really on my head. But she was so good. I don't like talking to doctors, but she was so talkative. She was telling me everything about her family, telling me about stuff. And then she said, Linda, out of Linda, there's one thing I'm going to take it seriously. This oncologist, he was Dr. Nyong'o. He passed away sadly. I'm taking you to Dr. Nyong'o, Professor Nyong'o. Make sure you take whatever advice he gives you. If he says take the breast off, you take
And
it
that's
off.
what you're gonna do here.
So I went to the doctor and he said those words, and then he told me it's gonna take 6 months. It's not gonna be easy. You're gonna go through chemotherapy, then you're gonna have to wear a prosthetic. I don't know what that word is, but
Yeah.
prosthetic.
A prosthetic, yes.
Prosthetic. And then he said, your hair might fall off, and as you can see, it has never fallen off.
Good one. That's a good one, Linda. It has never fallen. And if it did anyway, it is years ago. Yeah. Yeah.
Possibilities and whatever. So I get home and we're talking with my sisters, and so this is where like people who love you come in. So I tell my sisters about it, and a lot of them know me very well. They know I don't do sadness. So they were like, yeah, okay. Oh, so what do we do from here? I have my sister Maria. She's the very what do we do? Where are we going? Where's the next? She's very. She ponders everything. She ponders all of us. You do this, you do that. And she gave us all duties, what to do. And then there's
Yes.
my this is what you're going to be doing. Then I've got Rosie. Rosie is the prayerful one. She always pray for you. We always sing, hymns and whatever. But
Yes.
my oh my God. I want to be there because that time I was back in Kenya and she was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I want to be there. I said, no, you do your job, then we'll let you know what's going on. And then I have friends, Maureen, Furaha, and Joanne. These are like my buddies. Jackie Bala.
There's just a shout out there to all of them right now. Well done, ladies, for standing by your girlfriend.
They're like your sisters, where you go sana be by, like
yes.
Go. I need you.
Yes. Yeah.
And so after looking at all the expenses that the treatment was gonna cost, my sister Maria said, "You go to India," and I was like, "Do I really want to go to India?" And then she's very practical. She did the math for me. She said, "This is gonna cost this. This is gonna take this." And I said, "Actually, it's almost 30% of what we were going to spend." Almost less time, than we were gonna have. So I said, okay, let's go to India. Let's go to India. Visa, quick. No wasting time. Get on with it. The treatment, once you know that you have cancer, don't. I know sometimes
get on with it.
If you need to sell something, sell it quickly.
Yeah.
Stop the process. If you need a second, in a week, have a second opinion, because we will have time doubling, because you're not sure, you're the fear, oh my God, what's gonna happen, what's gonna do this. No. Get on with it. And this really is also dependent on the people around you. Because if the people around you are also just sitting about, they're not doing anything with you. So yeah, I sometimes think nobody should cry around me.
Those are the boundaries that you set. Yeah. Yeah.
One day, let's cry, let's get on, And this is something that I also learned. My mom, I think, is the one who told us. When you go through something, give yourself time to mourn.
Always.
Find a solution.
Yeah.
Or move forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Move on. Because you don't really move on from a loss. you move forward. You take a step forward.
Yeah.
Stay in that mush. You're gonna be there for a long time.
You're going to be wallowing in it.
So yeah, so so we went for all the tests. When we got to India, Lucy is so crazy. You know how people say waiting in hospitals and whatever? I came from the airport straight to doing my test. I didn't even unpack nothing. So from my 18-hour flight, put your luggage down, go in for testing. And they call them medical tourists. Because you know, the nationals, the citizens of India don't pay for health, but they don't pay for medical treatment. It's paid for people who come in for treatment.
Okay.
But they
I didn't know that.
First-class service.
Yeah.
Get in there, get your tests done. The next step, the tests are out. Let's go see the doctor. What's the diagnosis? They look at your documents, everything. This is the diagnosis. 2 days later, took me around to see other patients. I met this really young girl. I think she was 17.
Yeah.
And you know, big breast. One of her breasts just, grew.
Yeah.
And they found that it was cancer. And it was really scary. And she was so timid and quiet, just within herself. But she talked to me. She showed me how her surgery went, because she was having one mastectomy, and then the other one. So they were just showing one of the examples of what was going to happen to me.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, I had my surgery. So the rest of the time was over. So I'm there. You have my sister Brenda. She's our eldest. She left her husband to come and be with me for the duration of the treatment. And
how long was that?
My treatment was almost, because it was 2 months, and 2 months and 3 weeks.
Wow, that's 3 months already there, Linda. Giving of herself.
Those are the people we forget to mention. But they're going through it with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she showed me when she came to India, 6 months later, what she looked like. You'd think somebody sucked the flesh out of her. She was just skin and bones.
Yeah. The trauma is real. That's what I'm hearing, Linda. The trauma is real for caregivers. We also need to take a moment there and just appreciate them.
Because her mother had been left with a brain tumor, and she can't even believe this is the same person. Her psychology had completely changed. She was rude and needy, and she couldn't, because she had left young kids at home with her husband.
Yeah.
And because
it's not an easy journey, and I can see here Seth says, I have seen patients, including my very close friends, go through unbearable pain. Oh, yes, Seth, I hear you. We've got a gentleman by the name of John Morrow saying, Bidanya Baraza, come see my friend beating cancer. Well, I think that's a shout out to you. That's a shout out to you, Linda. And I see Joyce says, even if it falls, you borrow some and keep going. I guess she's referring to hair. She confirms the support is very helpful. You talk about your sisters. If you don't have sisters, the family of friends that you have, it's very important. Seth, I feel your pain. Seth, you're saying cancer stole my dear ones. Munyaneza John and Kirungi, may their souls rest in eternal peace. And we say that, may eternal light shine upon them. Amen. Moridi Nyaga says, hugs, Linda. Oh, wow. Joyce says, great caregiver. That must have been your sister she's referring to. And a shout out to all caregivers. Jane Kuvuna from Watamu says, hello, you are really courageous, Linda. Wow, wow, wow. Joyce says, don't let it define you. Indeed, cancer is not a death sentence and it should not define you. Well, there's quite a bit there that you have shared with us, and a few things that I'm picking out is mindset. What we think at the end, Linda, that's going to keep us moving forward. Let's not waste time when it has been diagnosed. Let us just jump onto the wagon of treatment. And yes, we may want to sell a few things to get the treatment going. Let's keep that moving. In fact, Linda, that is where your sisters were coming in because they were able to help you. But there's something I heard you mention, and that is listening to other people. The lady who needed the double mastectomy listened to you. You listened to the young girl who had the breast that was just growing due to this growth. It's about the patients speaking to one another and sharing their journeys. And I just want to say thank you for coming today and being able to share this journey and the fact that you're putting it in a book. Well, I just want to share my screen here for a moment because we are talking about testing. And as we speak about testing, it's important to know what is available right now, Linda. So here in Kenya, I'm just going to share this. There you go. Fantastic. So we've got the first one, which is here in Nairobi. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this is awareness from Diabesity. I hope I'm pronouncing that well. Diabesity Nutrition Center, which is on Ngong Road. And they're looking at something different. They're looking at offering 50% on nutrition consultation. Because on this journey of cancer, you know, there's the food that you eat is different. Can we confirm that, Linda, from you? Yeah.
So food is it's just like don't eat the processed stuff. That's
Yeah.
and I'm lucky that way that I eat that early in life. Like I don't eat processed food.
Okay.
I always go to the supermarket to buy rubbish. You know, you can grow spices and vegetables in a little garden in your kitchen, and
Yeah.
that, those green kale, spinach,
Yeah.
broccoli I guess you can buy, but it's those green vegetables, fruits that we tend to put to the side that really help, because vitamins are so important. And once you get a diagnosis, it's not too late to change your ways. It's never too late. Just read up and make sure we're reading, because nowadays everything is online on the internet, but some things are lies. Confer with people, talk to people. Somebody says, oh, drink lemon and ginger and this. Let me tell you 3 things. Garlic, honey, lemon, ginger, and turmeric. For anything that you may be ailing from, if you drink that early in the morning, it just energizes you for the day.
Yeah.
That's just my conclusion that I know. Even in India, if you go there, that's the thing that they like to drink.
Okay. And those are very easy to get. I mean, garlic, the honey, the lemon, the ginger, the tamarind. Oh, I didn't think about the tamarind. That's something else you just can add to your drink first thing in the morning. And I want to believe that it takes care of all that acidity which feeds the cancer. So definitely something of help. Thank you so much. And I believe Diabesity is trying to do this. Families with a cancer patient, individuals with cancer and undergoing treatment, and anyone at risk of cancer. anyone is at risk of cancer. In today's world of stress, we are all at risk of cancer, whether it was a DNA thing, like in my line, my grandmother had it, my mother died last year from gallbladder cancer. So clearly I am a candidate, and it is important for me to have my checks every year, and anything I want to check and immediately go into treatment. So when I hear about nutrition, I thought I would share this. Thank you for confirming nutrition is important. And then that is in Nairobi, on Gong Road, 50%. In Mombasa, you can see what Aga Khan, I'm just reading this off the screen, what Aga Khan Hospital has. There's a mammogram, there's a pap smear, there's the breast bilateral ultrasound, there's a prostate specific antigen, and then there's the HPV. So just to be able to share this with you so that you do know that there's help out there at an affordable rate during this month of October, but even outside the month of October, this is available. I don't know if it's on special rate, but that is there for you now. So great. We have shared that. I have stopped sharing my screen right there. Great, now I see you're back with me. So I have a question on insurance cover. In the insurance cover that you took, did you know you had to ask a question whether it would cover full body check?
Yes. What cover, because no matter what, they give you every year one full body checkup.
Yeah.
You can ask for, the mammography. You can ask for pap smear. You can ask for blood tests. You can ask for, eyes, your eyes checked. Everything. You can get it on that cover. I think that was, I can't remember who it was you were covered by. But it was because it was a good group cover. And not everybody is privy to this,
Yeah.
People can't afford. But if you put a little money into just at the end of the year having a full or whatever, in the middle of the year, whenever, just once a year.
Yeah.
Whatever insurance, because you have to specify.
Yeah. I really believe that medical insurance has got to be part of our budgets. Whatever monies that we make, we need to put money aside for insurance like this. And I love what you're saying, and I do hope the audience is taking notes on this, is you need to ask the questions. In this package that I'm buying, does it give me a full body check? Because Linda, I am here to tell you that some packages do not, and you may think it's a good package until you need the service. And then you're told it's not possible. It's not possible. And I have had this experience, and this is why I'm bringing it out. So guys, when you're getting your health insurance, ensure that you are able to do a full check and be specific about what checks they are. There are some covers that perhaps will tell you we can only do it to a certain amount and you'd pay the rest. If that sits well with you, then go for it. But get yourself a medical cover. Medical insurance is important for you. Yeah. So thank you so much for that. What was your treatment journey like? And what message do you have for the audience, Linda?
Okay, I'm going to say that for me, because I had such a good network, it was very, I could tolerate it. It was, I'm not gonna say easy, but manageable. I was able to go through stuff without really worrying too much, because I had people around me who were really holding me down. And for me, that's one thing about cancer or any sickness that you go through, even alcoholism or drug abuse.
Yeah.
You need a network of people around you that help you push forward.
Yeah.
My treatment from diagnosis to the treatment yourself, to traveling to India, to coming back home, you know, where you're like, okay, I need all this, I need a support system. That's the journey. Like, honestly, the cancer itself to me wasn't the experience. The experience for me, that there's people who care, that who are leave their spouses, like my sister, and come with me for 2 months and above. And she was willing to stay. I was lucky enough, and that's what I'm saying. My journey wasn't as heavy as I saw back in India, because I didn't even have to go through chemo.
Wow.
Okay. Very lucky not to have to go through chemo. But I was like, in my head, I was like, if I have to go through it, I have to go through it. But I will not lie to you, I was scared. Like, I used to dream about, you know, because I saw patients around me when they leave you in the morning, they're happy, they're joyous, and they come back as if somebody beat them up. And there was this lady, she slept for like 7 hours after she came back from her chemo, and she slept in my sister's bed because she didn't have air conditioning in her room. So she needed that cool air. She came and slept in my room on my sister's bed. And that treatment is harsh.
Yeah.
But you have it in your head that this is where I'm going. And this is how I'm going to deal with it. Because otherwise, when you lose hope, your body also loses the strength to fight. And you're talking about nutrition. Exercise is also another thing. People exercise in lifting weights and running, and no, exercise is as simple as getting up and walking around your house for 10 minutes. It's as simple as taking the lift. It's as simple as walking to the shops. Like taking, that's exercise. And people think exercise. No, it's very simple. We live a sedentary life, so it's important, even during your treatment, not to let yourself just lay down. I'm sick, so I'm telling you, I used to walk. There was a gentleman there who used to walk with me. He was from Tanzania, and he would walk with me during my treatment. And I actually found him there and left him there. But let me tell you, his mindset was, if I'm gonna die, I'm not gonna die in a bed. I'm gonna die doing something. I didn't with him, but he was not doing too well by the time. And he'd been there for almost, I think, almost 9 months.
But look at his mindset. Even in those 9 months, he must have had his moments of fear and his moments of doubt, but he chose to have an overriding mindset, which was a mindset of positivity, a mindset of abundance, that there was still hope.
And we were saying how she was just a bubble of joy, and she lived, even if we cried that she left, but she lived a good life, like she was very sickly, and I could tell, you can tell, by somebody's skin and whatever, that they're really, with a smile on her face.
Yes.
And, her kids will remember her. That's how her husband will remember her,
Yes.
They're like, she was in pain, but she's in a better place now, because that's what I said to myself. No matter how this ends, I want it to be, when I look at my photos and everything, I want to look at it and say, wow, you are going, and you still could smile.
Yes.
That's what I see. Like, when I see my Facebook photos, I'm like, wow, the turmoil that was going on inside me, you would not know. If you look at my photos, you would never know.
That's
what I think Joyce said, that don't let it determine who you are, because that's not sickness. You're a living, breathing human being with life within you at that time. So just make
this is the season that you're in, and your mindset is going to determine how you're going to walk through it. And here we've got quite a few things. We've got John says, sadly, cancer is believed to be a well-off person's ailment. I lost a close one due to no early detection. Well, John, I think Linda can share with you that at times it's not only about being detected in the hospital. You can actually feel certain things in your body and you question them. If anything, that is the one takeaway I have from you, Linda. What were you feeling before you actually saw the dent on your nipple? What bodily, what was I saying, ailments did you have?
Okay, I didn't realize it at the time because it wasn't in my head that, oh my God, I would be having any kind of illness, because I'm a very active person. So I exercise a lot, and I had a muscle pain, just the back of my right shoulder. And I changed my mattress, I changed my pillow, and I used to go for a massage, press over there, but nothing was helping. It was just so uncomfortable all the time. You would do this and you're like stretching in the morning when you wake up. So after my diagnosis, I was like, that's what it was. Because from 1 to 2, that's almost a year of the spreading and getting bigger. So it was between my last checkup and the next one. So it just the first, because breast cancer is easier to detect than other ailments, because they say it's a silent killer.
Yeah.
By the time you're feeling something, it's gone beyond just, oh, I've got cancer. It's it's benign. Once it's detected, it's not benign.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel that kind of pain. So
I mean,
I think detection means you also being proactive.
yeah, we need to be cognizant of our body. I remember when my mom called me and she said, there's something wrong with my body and I want to come to Nairobi and have it checked. And by this time, we did not know it, but of course we knew it a few weeks later. She was in stage 4 of gallbladder cancer. And the doctors were very categorical that with gallbladder cancer, you're on your way out, literally on your way out. There's no coming back from that. Maybe there's somebody who has survived gallbladder cancer, but from what the doctor said, it's that silent killer. It presents in every other place except the gallbladder. And we did everything possible, thinking it was her gut because that's where she was feeling the pain, only to find it was gallbladder cancer. The beautiful thing is we got to spend time together. We got to talk. She was a very energetic and high-strung 85-year-old, that to actually get her sitting on a couch and having a conversation with you was a treat. So her illness, we were all able to rally around her and spend time. Of course, we wish we knew earlier, would have had more time, but it wasn't meant to be. It was a season of learning how to listen to your body. So now I am more particular. When I feel something, I speak up, Linda. I say, it's this. I go and see a doctor. I'd rather the doctor tells me it's nothing, Lucy. So just to answer John, it is what he said, it is a well-off person's ailment, yes, to a degree, but I would say listen to people speaking, ask questions, be curious, and get to know certain signs, which mean you go to a level 5 hospital where you don't pay for anything. Ask the question, even if you're told there's nothing, you did your part. John goes ahead to saying, cancer awareness should be done aggressively to demystify traditional myths, including witchcraft and curses. Oh, yes, definitely. And that we will have a discussion of that on another show. But yes, you're very right. Linda.
Yes.
Yes. So what are your thoughts when it comes to paying attention to how your body is feeling?
It's so important to just listen, tune in, and because I also read a story about this lady who was losing weight, and she was
Yeah.
happy to lose weight because she'd been struggling to lose weight.
Yeah.
So she's getting thinner and thinner, and then she's like, wait a minute, I'm not doing anything. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not like on a diet. She lost like in 3 months, she lost almost 7 kilos. Only to find out she had colon cancer.
Hmm.
And this
Yeah.
is because soft tissue in your body parts inside your body. It's very
Yeah.
hard because it's very hard. You feel a discomfort and you're like, what's there? But
Yeah.
you don't have nerve endings. You don't actually feel pain. You know how you burn yourself and you feel the pain immediately.
Yeah.
With cancer inside your body, it takes time. As it's growing, then you start feeling the pressures.
Yeah.
And it's not a sharp pain; it's a
Yeah.
dull pain because it's sort of like a pressure on your other body parts, or it's eating up something that it's blocking something.
Yeah. And if there's a growth, it's moving and touching the other body organs, and that is when you start to feel something is amiss in your body.
It's not like an ulcer, because an ulcer you feel the pain, right?
Yeah.
It's dead. Actually, it's killing yourself. So it's dead cells just coming together, coming together, coming together, and then
Yeah.
the pain after it's already gone too far.
Well, definitely your book, we are waiting for it to come up because like John says, it should be done aggressively, this cancer awareness. And the more we write about our stories, it is very courageous of you, Linda, to share your story. You are in remission right now, aren't you? How many years has it been?
It's going on 10 years now.
It's going on 10 years. There you go. Tell us your story in the book. Let us read, make it available to us so that we can learn. Usually we are afraid of that thing that we do not know. And just like John is saying here, to demystify, reading your story gives us a bit more on top of the knowledge we have of cancer. I mean, I've got a bit more knowledge now, having a mother who passed away last year. I am not as naive as I was the year before, but I don't have it all. So reading your story then would help me move forward again. Well, we've come to the end of our session. I'd just like you to share with us some 3 takeaways, Linda. What would you like the audience to take away with them today?
The one most important is the network around you. Your
Yeah.
family, the people you value, the people who value you. It's so important to grow those relationships so that in case you're going through something like this, you have no fear of talking to somebody. Because the fear of opening up and being vulnerable requires a trusted relationship with someone, right?
That's
So
true.
a simple, most important. Forget about money, forget about your job, forget about anything. The relationships that you build will help. Whatever you need, advice on a boyfriend, advice on having children, advice on how to make money, make sure you know who is around you, because those are the people and be around you to protect you when you're going through something like this.
And not only that, Linda, if I may just interject here, you could also be the caregiver. So it's the relationships you're building with people and then showing up for people. I love what your sister did. Not everybody will have that kind of time, but that selfless giving. I have heard of families and friends who have done it on rotation. You've got somebody coming for 2 weeks, and then I had a girlfriend a few years back who passed on also. And every weeks, there was a change of guard. Every 2 weeks, there was a change of guard. She even ended up going to Mexico for treatment. And in Mexico, every 2 weeks, there was a change of guard. So the question is, are you that selfless friend or family member who will show up for somebody else? Okay, so that's one takeaway, your network. What's the second takeaway?
Health insurance.
Mm.
It's so important to have your health insurance. Just
Mm.
500 shillings a month. I'm sure there's policies out there that will help you, so that by the time something like this happens, you have a little pot where you can fish from, you know, and
Yeah.
so that's a very, very, very important part of going through cancer, because for me it was a saving grace, and it helped a lot. That, of course, friends and family really chipped in, because it was a huge bill. But the health insurance allowed me to be comfortable, in the sense that the medical part of it was catered for.
That's good. That's good. I will say one thing, because we have cancer in our family, in our DNA, and therefore I am a ripe candidate for it. I did not sit on my laurels. I went ahead and I took insurance against cancer. So if anything would happen to me today, you needed a period, I think, of 2 years. Before it kicks in. I've had this insurance now for about 7 years. So my 2 years grace period is up. Therefore, I will be covered in case I am diagnosed with cancer. I'll be covered up to a point of 2.5 million. So these packages are out there here in Nairobi. I don't know about in the States where you're at, if kind of packages are available, but yes, just a message to whoever is listening in now: do your due diligence, find out what is available, because like Linda says, she had her family step in. She already had a health insurance in place. She had a medical cover that allowed her to do all these tests year in and year out. You may not have the money, but you can plan to have this for yourself. So that's the second one. Thank you, Linda. What is the third takeaway you have for us?
It's in my head.
Yeah, so you've said it. I know you're thinking that you've forgotten. It's all in your head. It's positive attitude. It's your mindset. It's your mindset. There it is in your head, Linda.
Listen to other people's stories, you know, put on some good music, dance with your friends, you know, just be open. Don't close yourself off because you have cancer.
Yeah.
Closing off, you marinate in the bad vibes.
Yeah.
Open yourself up, do fun things, live a full life with or without cancer. Because when you sit down to take notes, you're like, I did it.
Yeah.
This is why I'm such a
Yeah.
happy right now, Lucy. I did it. And I'm
You
still here,
did. You did, Linda.
healthy. And let me tell you, and it's been proven that once you have a healthy attitude, you have a healthy body. Your healthy
Wow.
attitude
Powerful.
will forge forward. It will forge forward no matter what. I just want to say one little thing about what John said about it being a well-off person's disease. He needs to take that out of his mind.
Yeah.
Disease, it doesn't matter who, where, how old you are, how young you are, how rich you are, how well off you are. Once it gets to you, we all become one person. We are all one person. We are. We just believe better than us. We believe that because somebody, like I had the health insurance, I was better off. No, it's just that I was listening to my body as well. I was working.
Yeah.
I was a healthy person to begin with. Before anything, I was a healthy person. In fact, all my sisters were like, how is it that you're the one getting sick when all of us we sit
Of
around?
all the people. But you see, already there, the assumption of all the people, you're the one who's getting cancer. Most probably there's certain behaviors you have. You're fit, you eat healthy, you know, maybe you've what is it called? You have no levels of stress in your life. You're happy. It come from? These are the assumptions that get us into trouble, because then when you're given the diagnosis, you're like, me? No, I need a second opinion and a third and a fourth. And this medicine and this disease is just spreading through your body. I guess one day we will understand exactly the science of this cancer. The point is, I'm sure John is listening now and he's heard from you. Check in with your body. Do not think that, like I've heard people say in Kiswahili, mimi si mtu wa pressure. Well, there's no list of people of having high blood pressure or not having. We are all candidates. So yes, so there, John, at least something that we have shared with you. We've come to the end of our session. Thank you so much, Linda, for accepting my invitation and for sharing your journey in such a beautiful way. We give thanks for your remission state and your 3 takeaways. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you. That these 3 takeaways for the audience have added value on the information that you already have on cancer. It has added value for me. And even though I've been interviewing Linda before this session, I've still learned something new today. I just hope that this also has been of value to you. Well, this recording will be up on our YouTube channel later on this evening. You want to look out for it. You want to share it with people. Take away something, one thing, whatever it is, and apply it. Cancer, for me, what I have heard today, is not a death sentence. Well, this October, we have specials. We have 2 specials, all of them ending up with coaching sessions from me, fully complimentary. One of them is buy an online course off my website and get a complimentary coaching session worth 5,000 shillings, or buy my book. As you can see at the back there, I am an author. Buy my book and get 2 complimentary coaching sessions at a value of 10,000 shillings. I am a clarity coach, so I offer you some clarity in your life. If you are at a crossroad, I help you maneuver this journey. If you are coming across with certain emotions that are not leaving you and staying and weighing on you, I help you to unpack these emotions. If you're about to start on something and you are doubting yourself, I help you to move forward. That is what I do as a clarity coach. In the meantime, remember to like our Facebook page to receive regular updates of these scheduled talks. Visit our website, www.lmcconsultancy.com, for more of our services. Let us help build each other. And until next week, where we will have a wellness coach by the name of Fred Gishuki, take care and be kind to yourself. Bye-bye now.